Fleetwood so, with 3 Class B cars making it into the top 10. Capital of the Oeverberg region and one of the 7 oldest towns in South Africa. The town lies at the foot of the Klein Swartberg and is world-renowned for its natural hot mineral water springs. It's also the historical and agricultural hub of the area, and it's surrounded by magnificent natural beauty and fynbos. The Oeverberg is also home to the country's national bird, the blue crane. The Toyota dealer Cape Rally is based at the Caledon Casino, but out on the stages the conditions are far less idyllic, as the teams will have to leave the luxury of the hotel and spa behind. Out here, bravery will be taken to the limits, as the teams will reach nearly 200 kilometers an hour, and that's over blind crests with spectators and other obstacles never far away. Even though we have a few of the top S2000 rally cars missing from the entry list, we still have a healthy 15 teams that will fight for overall rally glory. Topping the list will be defending champions Hergen Fecken and Pierre Aris. The defending champions also won this event in 2009, and with the dream start in Natal, Hergen Fecken has to be the favourite once again.
Yeah, look, we always try very hard to win, so we're going to give it a good go. But it's a hard event. It's always been very close, 2 or 3 seconds in it at the end, so I think it's going to be a big dash.
Enzo Koon's currently also on a hot streak. Although they might be teammates, the Cape Townian will have his sights set on victory.
So we've got a winning package, but being the fastest in the country carries a huge penalty, being that you have to start first on every event. And, you know, like in Natal, it's slippery here. First car out clears the stones off the road.
Marc Cronje sprayed champagne from the podium in the Western Cape before and will hope to challenge the Volkswagens on Toyota's event.
Yeah, look, the pressure is always there, whether it's Toyota's event or not, but it's a really lacquer event for us, and we enjoy it thoroughly, so we're hoping that it's going to bring us some good fortune.
Ford fans will once again have something to cheer about. Former World Rally Championship contender Konrad Rotenbach has just acquired a brand new Ford Fiesta S2000 from M Sport in the UK and will be the one to watch.
You know, Ford's M Sport's built an awesome car, you know, so it would be great if we could have another one, yeah. But we're just getting into it really. It's quite a bit to learn from me, so we'll see what we can do this weekend.
Jaapie van Niekerk enjoyed a great start to the season with a 5th place finish in Natal, just behind the factory cars.
Yeah, we had a very good start. The car worked well. We're fortunate in Oris, not in the runnings anymore. It's a much better car.
After rolling out of the event in Natal and with the added pressure of performing on your sponsor's rally, Johnny Gemmell has to do well.
Yeah, obviously we were a bit disappointed down there, but for this being the second event in Toyotas, we definitely want to try that little bit extra and do well.
Jan Habig missed out on victory here 12 months ago by just a few seconds.
Yeah, it's quite a quick event. You know, the roads are fast and very flowing. We enjoyed it, and I think this year we'll try and make good on what we didn't do last year.
JP Dancer is on the comeback trail after a dismal 2009 season and will have the hometown advantage.
We didn't have a good season last year, and I must say the result in Durban was all right. It wasn't great. We'll give it a go this weekend and try and get a finish again.
All eyes will be on the 2-car Pertec Toyota Auris team of Hein Latergan and Visser Du Plessis. Both rally cars were only completed hours before the Natal event, but the teething problems should now be sorted to allow Latergan and Du Plessis to launch their attacks. Nicholas Ryan is back after a strong showing in Natal and after jumping ship from a Toyota to an Avis and Gabriel backed Polo. Team Total's Fernando Roida is getting faster and faster and is expected to be in the mix, together with a Salom Group Polo of Tian Subad. Motorite's Evan Hutchinson completed his first S2000 event just 3 weeks ago, as did Namibian driver Jaco van Dijk. Just 3 weeks after round 1 and 31 teams take the starters' orders for round 2. It's the Toyota dealer Cape Rally, but it's the Volkswagens of Enzo Koon and Guy Hodgson and Hergen Fecken and Pierre Aris who are first to leave the Caledon start ramp. Third on the road is a good place to be for Toyota's Marc Cronje and Robert Paisley, followed by their Toyota teammates Johnny Gemmell and Scotsman Drew Sturrock. For day one, the crews will have to tackle 5 stages east of Caledon before returning to the town for the day's final test. Stage 1, nearly 22 kilometres of fast and flowing farmland rally roads. The challenge lies in selecting the right speed. Too fast and you run the risk of falling off the road. Too slow could end in a 20-second deficit. It's a fine line. To make it even more challenging, the teams go straight into stage 2 for another 18 kilometres without the opportunity to service the cars in between.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Toyota Dealer Cape rally action got underway with a BP Ultimate Polo of Enzo Keane and Guy Hodgson, the first car to fly over the fast rally roads. Without any tracks to follow, the Cape Town pairing set the first benchmark time of 9 minutes and 58 seconds on stage 1.
Ooh, la, la. 200, well done, well held. 200, turn, hairpin, right 9.
Big slow start, a couple of early breaks, and you know, just checking out the traction on the road first, getting into it.
Keane pushed hard on the 18 kilometers of stage 2, but sweeping the road clear of loose little stones will always rob you of valuable seconds. 10 minutes and 23 seconds is the time. It is simply easier to not be the first car on the road, as you can now follow the lines and see where the car in front of you stepped on the brakes. The second of the BP Ultimate Polos, with Hergen Fecken and Pierre Harries behind the wheel, crossed the flying finish in a time of just 9 minutes and 49 seconds, a full 9 seconds faster than Keane. But on stage 2, the champions became the rally's first victims, as Fecken arrived at the finish in a time of 11 minutes, a full 38 seconds slower than his teammate.
In the beginning of the stage, I could already feel the power steering was going, and we lost power steering early in the stage. And I, of course, tried to push quite hard and, you know, keep up the pace. And we got a flat wheel as well, so that didn't help. We lost about 40 seconds.
From third on the road, Castrol Toyota's Mark Cronje and Robert Paisley pushed hard on the opening stage. This is Toyota's rally and the one that Cronje wants to win most. His time on stage 1? 9 minutes and 49.8 seconds, just 0.6 of a second slower than Fecken's. The time to beat on stage 2 was 10 minutes and 23 seconds, and Cronje did exactly that, 10 minutes and 22 seconds.
Well, the plan is just to keep it nice and clean and fast, and that's what I'm doing, because tomorrow the roads are all swept, so it's pointless, and now it's push, so we can just be within that striking distance, and then tomorrow's the rally.
After rolling out of the previous rally in Natal, Johnny Gemmel and Drew Starrock had it all to do for Castrol Toyota, and Gemmel did not disappoint. Just over a second slower than the fastest time on stage 1. But on stage 2, Gemmel made his move. 10 minutes and 18 seconds, a full 4 seconds faster than the fastest time so far. So Gemmel had the initial lead, but Jan Habig and Ralph Pitchford started 5th on the road and the 3rd of the BP Ultimate Polos. Habig loves these fast roads, and it showed, as his time on stage 1 was 2nd fastest of all, just 0.4 seconds off the pace, followed by another 2nd fastest time on stage 2. The battle was on.
Oh, look, it's everything is working fine. The pace notes are pretty good. The car's going well. No complaints.
Jaapie van Niekerk and Robin Houghton have their sights set on the inaugural championship for privateers. Stage 1 was a conservative start for the new Africa Developments Toyota Auris. And on stage 2, it all went wrong. Van Niekerk eventually merged from the stage, but lost around 31 full minutes.
Came over a long uphill, quite fast, came over a slight jump, nothing dramatic, and next thing I thought my shock absorbers have gone, but in fact it was the prop shaft that had a problem, and that came loose, and we had to stop. We couldn't continue.
JP Damso is a crowd favourite in the Western Cape, and together with navigator Cadeline Swan, the Total Evolution Toyota Runix set the 8th and 7th fastest times on stages 1 and 2 respectively. And And what a moment for Ford fans across South Africa. After losing a car due to a fire on round 1, a new Super 2000 Ford Fiesta appeared in the Cape for round 2. This time in the hands of Zimbabweans Conrad Rautenbach and Peter Marsh. Rautenbach completed his first ever stage behind the wheel of the Fiesta in 7th position, followed by the 4th fastest time on stage 2.
But yeah, no, the car feels awesome. You know, Ford's got a brilliant car here, so it's just driving it properly at the moment. But yeah, it feels really good, and I'm enjoying it. So.
This is the first of 2 Pertex-sponsored Toyota Auris S2000s. Hein Lategan is an extremely talented driver, and together with Johan van der Merwe, he opened his Toyota Dealer Cape Rally account with the 6 fastest times of all on both stages 1 and 2.
I tell you what, you drive till you're scared, and then you go further.
Nicholas Ryan and Jeff Tyrer had a dream debut behind the wheel of the Avis and Gabriel Volkswagen Polo just 3 weeks ago when they finished 6th overall. But the Caledon Rally roads were unforgiving.
In the stage, the shock just pulled out of the top mounting, and shock went skew completely, spring fell off, and then everything just went mad.
With no less than 15 Super 2000s making the start of the Toyota Dealer Cape Rally, battles were always going to be fierce all the way down the field. From 11th on the road, Fernando Rueda and Dave Lefkowitz managed to set the 10th fastest times on both opening stages in their Total Evolution Toyota runnings. After only completing 1 stage on round 1, Visser du Plessis and Gerard Snyman effectively started their S2000 career here in the Western Cape behind the wheel of the 2nd Pertec Toyota Auris. Du Plessis opened his account with times just outside of the top 10. Tien Joubert and Carl Peskin are regular top 10 runners in their Salom Blue Polo. The Polokwane businessman completed the opening stages in 11th position. It was now also the 2nd event behind the wheel of the Motorride Polo for versatile motorsportsman Evan Hutchison and navigator Alvin Kutsia. Hutchison still needs a bit of time to get used to the S2000, but it didn't show as he moved straight into the top 10 after stage 2. This was the first Western Cape outing for Namibian driver Jaco van Dijk and navigator Henny Boertes in their unsponsored Volkswagen Polo. Van Dijk survived the opening 2 stages to occupy 13th on the leaderboard.
It's almost unbelievable to imagine that only 1.8 seconds separate the first 2 cars, and that after 40 kilometers of flat-out gravel racing. To make it even more exciting, Marc Cronje's 3rd position is only 3.1 seconds behind the leader, while only 15 seconds separate the top 6. It's a perfect start for Toyota and Johnny Gemmell on Toyota's event.
Yeah, it was close after the first one, and this one I went a little bit faster. Turned out to be a good time.
Habich is only 1.8 seconds back, despite picking up a slow puncture near the end of stage 2.
Yeah, we were fortunate. We hit a big rock a kilometre from the end of the stage, so it was a slow puncture, so it's like negligible for a change.
After the break, Toyota Dealer Cape Rally action gets even faster and closer as the teams tackle 3 more stages on what is often described as the Wifferberg Grand Prix. Can Toyota hang on to their slender lead, or will Volkswagen spoil the show? Dealer Cape Rally is now well under